working on conjunctions. Boys and girls, conjunctions are joining words. So, and, but, where, when, so, because, and or can all be used to join two sentences together and make one sentence. So, a conjunction is a joining word. Okay. So when you think about conjunctions, remember, joining word. Let's have a look at today's activity. It says, using the conjunctions in brackets, join the following sentences. Okay. Number 1, her name is Sarah. Her surname is Smith. They've given us our conjunction or our joining word, which is and. So, in place of your full stop, you're going to put in the word and. Okay, so let's start with the first sentence. We rewrite it. Her name is Sarah. Now, we're going to get rid of the full stop and we're going to put in our joining word. And her surname is Smith. Don't forget, boys and girls, because we got rid of the full stop, the next word, which would have started with the capital letter, now does not start with the capital letter because it is no longer the beginning of a new sentence. Let's look at number 2. Does Jake want stew for supper? Does Jake want soup for supper? Our joining word is or. Okay, so your sentence should read, does Jake want stew for supper? Or, this time, the joining word is replacing the question mark. Right, so it would be, does Jake want stew for supper? Or, if you look, boys and girls, the sentence is almost exactly the same. So this sentence says, does Jake want stew for supper? Does Jake want soup for supper? So we can say, does Jake want stew for supper or soup? Miss Maxwell would mark that right. If you wrote, does Jake want stew for supper or does Jake want soup for supper? That is also correct. Don't forget, the word that follows the conjunction does not have a capital letter, and because it ended in a question mark, don't forget a question mark at the end of the sentence. Jane isn't going to the doctor. Craig is going to the doctor. Right, so our joining word is the word but. We are going to get rid of the full stop and replace it with the word but. Jake isn't going to the doctor, but Craig. Now, the word that follows the conjunction is a name, so it will keep its capital letter. But Craig is going to the doctor, full stop. So if you take a look, boys and girls, your sentence should read, Jane isn't going to the doctor, but Craig is. Or you could say, Jane isn't going to the doctor, but Craig is going to the doctor. Number 4, it's dark outside. I can't ride my bike. Okay, your joining word is the word so. It's dark outside. I can't ride my bike. So is your conjunction or your joining word. You're replacing the full stop with the word so. Your sentence should then read, it's dark outside, so I will keep its capital letter because the word I is always a capital. Can't ride my bike. Do you see Miss Maxwell didn't cut out any parts of the second sentence because nothing is being repeated in the second sentence that has already been said in the first sentence. As in sentence 2 and 3, parts of sentence 2 are already said in sentence 1. So, for example, does Jake want stew for supper? Does Jake want soup for supper? The sentences are almost exactly the same except for the word stew and the word soup. So I was able to cut out parts of the sentence. Same applies for sentence 3 where it says Jane isn't going to the doctor, and that's part 1. Craig is going to the doctor. So most of the sentence is repeated again in the second part. So I can cut out bits. Alright, let's see if you can try number 5 all by yourself. Don't forget to get rid of your full stop, replace it with your joining word. Check to see that the word after the joining word does not have a capital letter. And don't forget a full stop at the end.